TikTok is about to get utterly slammed by the new two updates from Google and also YouTube. So if you've been building your platforms, your content, even building your business primarily on TikTok because you thought this is the best place that is giving me social media and content growth, then you're going to want to watch this video because I have some absolutely shocking statistics which actually have even scared me. And as the founder of Contentpreneurs, a membership for business owners and content creators where we are helping you create the right type of content and social media to grow and monetize your own businesses, this has been an absolute game changer. So I have a number of different accounts that are branded accounts on TikTok, and one of my accounts is obviously my own personal brand, McRobbie, and I've noticed that over the last few months I have been getting loads and loads more followers every single day, notifications from TikTok every single day telling me that I'm getting this follower and that follower and that follower, yet my actual follower account number has gone down when really it should have been going up, because when I looked at my analytics I didn't see any less followers, and we're talking a couple of hundred followers. So it seemed every single time this account got to 76,000 followers, some kind of mechanic clicked in and then the followers were getting removed. And there we are. Now, that was one part of the equation which I thought was a little bit odd. And on TikTok, I always used to use a Stan store because whenever I used my actual domain name, alisonmcrobbie.com, anytime anyone clicked on that link in bio, they'd get this great big red caution notice from TikTok, which genuinely does put people off. So I thought, okay, let's go with a Stan store. But then I started looking more at my analytics from Stan, and I was seeing that over a few weeks or even 7 days, I was getting less than 20 views from TikTok on an account of 75,000 followers. So that would mean that I'm creating all this content every single day on this account and only 12 people are going to my bio? I don't think so. I thought, no, there is something very odd here. Well, then Google, they brought out a brand new update in Google Console. And in Google Console, you can now track your TikTok account, your Instagram account, and everything else. So you can see where the traffic is coming from on your Google Console. And this has completely changed my content perspective and my content strategy going forward, because I already have 3 YouTube channels, and one of my YouTube channels brings me in thousands of pounds every single month. And I normally have an impression reach of between 4 and 5 million a month. So I already know YouTube is for the win, which is why we have our own YouTube Academy School inside of Contentpreneurs, alongside TikTokpreneurs, alongside Pinpreneur for Pinterest people, and Instagram and Facebook. However, the data doesn't lie. And when I dived deeper into the search analytics of Google Console on an account with literally thousands of posts now, TikTok only seem to be pushing the content where I'm talking about TikTok. Whenever I'm talking about online business or websites or any other social media platform, zero. Like, this is not showing up in a curated search feed. The only types of things that are showing up are things like how many TikTok accounts can you have? How many accounts can you have on TikTok? Why did TikTok's account blend messages randomly? How many accounts can I have on TikTok? How to see TikTok subscriptions? How does TikTok duplicate or detect duplicated accounts? In fact, as we can see from Google Console, I have over 232 currently top queries, and every single one that ranks is for TikTok. Now, I find this really quite strange because I do talk about lots of other things as well relating to content and social media, but I'm thinking that TikTok are deliberately suppressing any content that goes really against TikTok or doesn't really push TikTok into the foreground. And I think that's very dangerous for two reasons. Number one, it really gives a false impression of really what your content is all about. And number two, is that really very fair? Because it's not really measuring the content really very fairly if all they're going to do is just push anything that's to do with TikTok and nothing else. Comparatively, when I look at another one of my brands, which is the Justice Journals, you can see in Search Console that every single search query is the Justice Journals, which is wonderful because it makes it very difficult for people to know really what my keywords are. Now I'm going to really stir the pot because on the Justice Journals, I have 125,000 followers on TikTok, I have 65,000 followers on YouTube, and I have over 40,000 on Facebook. I'm monetized on all of those platforms, and then I realized this. Recently, I had an insane increase in sales, like just went through the roof. I actually ran out of stock twice on the website. We just had sales pouring in from all directions from one of my best-selling books here. And because there was such a contrast to the normal rhythm of sales, I had to investigate, where are all these sales coming from? Are the sales coming from TikTok? Are they coming from YouTube? Or are they coming from Facebook? And when I tracked it back, at that particular time, I had a massive influx of sales that came from Facebook alongside the sales that were already coming in from YouTube, but absolutely none from TikTok. So what can we learn here? What does this tell us? It tells us this, that literally the amount of followers that you have on your accounts today mean nothing. I say this so many times, data doesn't lie. When you're running a business, most importantly, a business which is basically a content-based business, like many of mine are, you have to look at the analytics and you have to learn how to read the analytics and what they say about how your business is progressing in the environment it is, so that you can start making informed decisions on what content strategy you need to be doing next and what other changes you might need to be making within the infrastructure of your business. Now, this is something we do go into quite a lot in my membership, Contentpreneurs, because as a business owner, lots of business owners don't want to employ social media managers, particularly of founders and solopreneurs, so they have to learn how to do this themselves. It isn't necessarily that difficult, but it is something you need to keep your eye on. Now, I realized this was happening about a year ago on TikTok, but it's only recently with a new Google update to Google Console that I'm actually able to totally validate my suspicions. And sometimes I just think you have to go with your gut feeling in these areas. Now, had I not have gone with my gut feeling, had I not have started another YouTube channel, had I not have started other social media accounts, you imagine if I was a single business owner with that one account, what would happen to my income with 11 clicks to my website? I can tell you what, it would have dried up. I'd probably have been homeless and have no income whatsoever. So it literally pays to understand what's really underneath your content today and what the data is telling you about the content that you create. And on that note, I'm going to show you inside Nubia Creator Studios, which is one of the tools my company has built for the members inside Contentpreneurs, because this literally starts taking the guesswork out of what I've just told you. It speeds up the entire process of your content strategy, your content planning, and even maybe your content implementation. So let's dive straight on in. So one of the best kind of tips really to get started with content inside of Contentpreneurs, planning it, is literally planning your next 7 days content week. This is particularly good if you're a really busy business owner or you just want to like get a head start on the Monday and take the guesswork out of everything for the week, particularly if you have a busy week coming ahead. Okay, so once you're inside Contentpreneurs, the first menu you can go to is our Fast Start menu, and here you can plan your content for the week. Now, obviously, Contentpreneurs actually trains you and coaches you and gives you tools and assets for every single platform. But for the moment, we're just going to do a fast start, to the week. So here we go. We're going to put in your website. Underneath that, you're going to briefly describe what it is that you do in your business. And then what's going to happen is the machine inside Contentpreneurs is literally going to go and have a little look at your website. And then it's going to work out specifically what your niche is. It's going to really make this crystal clear. It's going to tell you who you serve, your voice, your content pillars, and patterns worth borrowing from other competitors in your niche. Not copy, borrow. And then underneath that, you have the option of what type of content do you want to build? Behind the scenes, bold takes, mix it up, or other. I'm literally going to go build in my week, just going to leave it up to the whole system inside of Contentpreneurs to do, and let's see what it comes up with. And there we go. In less than a few seconds, your complete week is ready for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. There you have everything from a carousel to a reel, a single post, and everything in between. Now, the golden part of this is not only can you copy this post and then put it into another tool that we have inside of Contentpreneurs, which will then go and generate the post for you, but you can also add this to your content calendar, which is then going to save that, all of those like posts or all of that content. It's going to save it word for word into your content calendar inside of Contentpreneurs, which is obviously only for members. And then like that, you can go back to it. You can see what is working. Now, this is really important. And this is really what made the difference really in my rapid growth with my YouTube channels and also my Facebook pages, because it's really about not just the philosophy behind the data that's helped build those, but it's the data itself. And lots of people in the content creation and the social media world are really quite oblivious to this. They just look at the views, the likes and the shares, and they focus on that. And as we can see, that is literally scratching the varnish off of kind of a chair that is probably going to break if that is the only data you're looking at when it comes to content creation and social media. Let me know in the comments if this has been like really useful, because I just found this really interesting when I discovered it myself. And don't forget, inside of Contentpreneurs, we also have live lounges. I do live trainings, masterclasses. There's literally an entire learning lab on top of all the tools that we have, where you can learn more about social media and content and how to make it work for you as a business owner and not as a content creator. Because there is a big difference between creating content just to grow an account and creating content for sales and conversions. Let me know if this is useful for you. I'm going to leave the link down below for Contentpreneurs, and I will see you in the next video.